Hello, Taurus. This is your reading for the month of May 2020. In tarot, there are a few things to remember. The first one is that time is fluid, so whenever you see this reading is when you're meant to see it. Even though it's labeled May 2020, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's only valid for that period of time. Also, there is no gender in tarot, so if I say he or she, or if the particular card that I'm referencing to has a male or a female on it, please understand that those are just the energies of that card, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a he or a she. Also, the roles can be reversed, so if I am talking about a situation that does not apply to you, but perhaps applies to someone close to you, or applies to a business partner, romantic partner, family member, etc., that can absolutely be the case. Even though you are the sign that I'm speaking about, I could be picking up on the energy of the other person involved. And with that being said, please remember that I am available for personal readings. Just click on the services tab in the Queen of Wands page and you can find that information. If you have any questions, you can always send me a message. Here we go. Okay, folks, it looks like you're starting out this month kind of moving forward with finances and the tangible things in life, your home, your money, that kind of thing. It does look like you're having some thoughts about that. This Knight of Pentacles here is kind of looking toward the future, maybe pondering, questioning some things, wondering if things are going to work out. I do think that they will. I clarified that card with the Death card. Please do not panic. The Death card doesn't mean anyone's going to die. It just means that there's an end of a cycle coming up. So maybe whatever you're worried about or whatever you're stressed out about is going to come to an end, and some new energy is going to come into play that will overall be better for you. Bring abundance. I do see here next to it we have the moon, and I do think that there are some things going on in this financial situation maybe that you are unaware of or that you don't want to face, but it looks like you're not really going to have a choice. That information is going to come to light. You're going to get the information that you need, but that's ultimately going to help you move forward here, so please don't worry about that. I do see that here is you, basically, after you get that information. You are enlightened, you're pondering things, you're kind of at the top of the mountain. You're the Queen of Swords, or king, doesn't have to be a she. So whatever this information is not necessarily holding you back or holding you down. And I clarified that with the Ace of Cups. I really feel like this information has to do with the beginning of something, which makes sense because here we have the ending of something. So the beginning of something could be the beginning of anything. It is the Ace of Cups, which is our emotions. So the beginning of a partnership, the beginning of a relationship, the beginning of a family, that type of thing. And I confirmed that, oddly enough, the card next to it is the Six of Cups, and that's all about contemplating, reflecting, thinking about things, thinking about the past, thinking about childhood, thinking about memories, thinking about family, thinking about people that you love, fond memories of childhood or of family. And that card got clarified by the Queen of Swords with a different deck, which is right next to this Queen of Swords here. So whatever this information is, I do believe is tied to feelings of love and family. So keep that in mind. The next card you got here, I'll move these over, is the Seven of Swords. So I see you kind of walking away from this negative energy. Whatever, you were complaining about or squawking about, you're kind of just like, I'm just going to go ahead and move away from this energy. I've gotten the information, it's illuminated me. I'm going to just move on. And I clarified that card with these three cards. Again, please don't panic that the devil is here. This situation just really stressed you out. And it could have been, a money situation that you were thinking about, because we started out with the Knight of Pentacles, and Pentacles are earth energy, which is money, stability, the tangible things in life. So, these people, if you see, are out in the cold, they're destitute, they're poor. So that could have been what you were thinking about, a financial situation regarding your family. But that was pretty toxic energy for you. This Devil card does not mean it doesn't mean anything necessarily bad. It's just some negative energy or toxic energy. And it could mean a lot of things. It could mean anything from obsessive thoughts to addictions to just toxic people around you that are bringing negativity towards you. So I think that was what was going on. This thought process of, what am I going to do? What's going on? Self-doubting, worrying about money all the time. I think that that's what this card represents. So, you got the information that you needed. You kind of searched for the answers within yourself. You took a pause for a minute and you cleared that energy out. You walked away from that energy. And over here we have the King of Cups. So I do really feel like this involves a family situation. The King of Cups is usually a father type energy, someone that you have a lot of love for or has a lot of love for you. He's the head of a family. Here he's just kind of sitting, not really doing a whole lot. So, it could have been that maybe you were worried about your partner not being as stressed out about money as you are, or not being as actively involved in the stress about the money. They just seem to not be worrying about it. And I clarified that with the King of Swords. So I think that either you wanted them to be in this energy where they were, just on top of things and thinking about it and making clear, concise decisions, and they were kind of hem-hawing around. Or they could have kind of come around and have, done the thinking about it. But I do see that my opinion is that you really wanted them in this energy. They love you. That they want to, be in a relationship with you or whatever is going on in this family, that they care about you and that kind of thing. You kind of wanted them to be a little more clear about, this money situation and what was going on. And this kept you up at night. Look at this card, this Nine of Swords. It's dark outside. She should be sleeping. She's got her pillow right here, but she is stressed out. She's thinking, she's got all these thoughts racing through her head. So, you're really worried about that. And I think, again, that this is tied to some kind of new beginning that you have, which I saw up here with this Ace of Cups. This is a, kind of, the card represents a new offering of love. It can be symbolic for a new family, a new addition to the family, a new relationship involving love. And there's some kind of new beginning within that relationship. Either your relationship or that situation is advancing to the next level, because the Fool is all about taking a leap of faith for some kind of new beginning. And the Page of Pentacles, this is young energy. So perhaps a child. And what I'm seeing here is that was what you were thinking about, that money, that financial situation regarding perhaps either a new member of the family or a young child having, just making sure that you have the money that you need for this family situation. And I actually clarified that card with 3 cards. This card here is the Seven of Pentacles talks about planting the seeds and wondering if they're going to come up. Are they going to be fruitful? Are they going to be abundant? Kind of waiting, that impatient energy of, oh my gosh, here we have all of this stuff coming in. Are we going to be able to afford it? With the Justice card, I feel like everything has kind of clicked into place between you and another person, and it's a little more balanced energy. They are thinking about the future. They are on the same page you are. You're less worried. They're more worried, if that makes sense. It kind of balances out. And the last card that came out to clarify this energy was the Lover's card, and that is the card of Gemini. So here you're showing up in your own reading. So again, I do believe if we look here, we have this new love, young energy. And we also have, the Lover's card. This is, 2 people in a relationship. It could also be twin flames, which means that whatever is going on here is going on between people who are meant to be together. And this just is saying, you're on the right track. You're with the right person. All is well. You've gotten on the same page. And it's interesting because here is the Seven of Pentacles. One of, these larger cards are the first cards that I pulled. You've planted those seeds. You're loving them. You're nourishing them. You're, watering them. You're making sure they have everything they need to grow. And over here was the Seven of Pentacles also. So I do think that these seeds are a child. That's just really what I see. And I see, that you've kind of released this energy of worry, and you're open to all these possibilities now. You understand that, you have the world in your hands. You can go forward and take your life in any direction you want to. And, between the two of you, that's how you're allowed to have this energy. These two people in this relationship really do have it under control, and everything will be all right. So this Four of Pentacles is grounded, solid earth energy. She's listening to her intuition. She's calm. She's, holding her money close to her and making sure that that doesn't go anywhere. And, home is in the background. Her home and family and community are in the background. And she's really just taking it all in, and she's calmed down. There's less chaos. This Five of Wands that came out to clarify that card, I think just represents, if you look at this card, at first glance, you think, oh my gosh, look at that big fight. But I don't think they're arguing. I think that there was just a lot of chaos in your mind about this situation. Maybe a lot of people putting their input in, making you feel, very anxious and worried. But the only person that you really need to worry about is the other person in this relationship, because between the two of you, you can work it out. You don't have to listen to all the outside energy and the chatter and the worry and the doubt. So keep that in mind, because, the universe only wants good for you. Two cards that fell out just as I was shuffling these smaller cards for the clarifiers were the Ten of Swords. And yes, it does look painful. However, the Ten of Swords, the tens are all about endings of a cycle. It's about the end of this worry, this dread, this whatever, this negative energy that you have had, kind of pent up inside. And you're coming out of that energy quickly, because you've got happiness coming. You don't need to stress about this situation. Try not to fall into that negative energy. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck, okay? It trumps all of this other energy. All of it. It trumps all of this other energy. It is a major arcana, and it just means just let it go, because you've got light and love and happiness and healing, right here where you need it. So don't stress about it. So there you go, folks. That was your Gemini May 2020 reading. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little long. I will try to keep them a little shorter in the future. I hope you have a great month, and stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.